Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. I'm playing the Martyr's Cross. We're doing an Exterminatus objective, 2,000 points. I'm playing as the Adepta Sororitas, and we are playing against the Tyranids. It's an 80-point target with an 8-turn limit. Like all these custom maps, I'm going in blind, just play around with them and see what we can do here. It's been a while since I played as the sisters here, so it should be good to get them back up again. I wanted to try a few things here, so I'm curious to see how this will work. What I'm gonna effectively try to do is use the vehicle to body block and back up a flamer behind him and see if I can flame through a vehicle, because if so, then that could potentially leave some options in the future. But I have the two hospitalers here just to allow us to heal and get the extra attacks. The Celestians with the flamers, just to try this out. I have the Celestian Sanker Saints to hold the line. We've got the Seraphim with the Infernal Pistols. I've got the Sisters of Repentia, the Penitent Engines to do the flamers, assuming he's going to go with a swarm build. And ended it out here. So we'll see what we can do. And obviously we have the Rhino, and then we have an Immolator as well. Because I wonder, with how this map is, if I can kind of just jam things up and hold the line here. Now I can't tell if we have communication with the sides here, if I have to worry about that. The one bad thing that could be pretty annoying with this map against Tyranids is if he's played this map before, he may end up having a lot of gargoyles, in which case this would be a real pain in the ass, because those hover units will be able to go through the walls effectively. We'll kind of keep the Seraphim in front here, or not the Seraphim, the Sanker Saints to hold the line up front. And then if he overextends, hopefully we can run up with our transport vehicles and then drop those Repentia off in the middle, in his face here. And if he counter initiates on us, then we might be able to double the attacks with our Seraphim here and their Infernal Pistols. And if not, if he gets too close, then maybe I can use the Hospitalers to give double attacks to the Repentia, and if not, we'll give them to the Seraphim so they can have the double attacks with the Infernal Pistols. Was trying to say there. Said it backwards. We're kind of move these guys up because I don't want them to end up dropping his burrow guy in here right in the center of my units and be able to electrocute everybody. And maybe I'll do Oath of Protection. I don't think he's going to be able to get to me this turn, but we'll get some bonus health going, increase their armor. And still can't see the enemy here. Bring these guys over. So as expected, he's got gargoyles behind the walls here that he's going to keep hitting me back and forth. He's got, yep, he's doing a swarm tactics build. And I misclicked and ended up moving those guys instead of just rotating them, so that's unfortunate. So now I've trapped those guys over here and they're probably going to get killed. So maybe what I could do is maybe reinforce them with the Immolator. And then have the rest of these guys be on the side and see what happens there. What I don't want is for him to end up blowing up the Immolator and then taking out all my infantry, because those explosions can do pretty significant damage. Yeah, see, he's got several gargoyles over here. So he could just spam that blind poison on me. Now I'm not sure if the Hospitaler heal takes out poison or not. I think it does. Let's set up some Overwatch here. And I wonder if I can position these guys in a way to get that Celestian over here to see if I can flame through a vehicle or not. Because I'm highly suspicious that that might be possible, given the weird angles that the flamers have been allowing recently, especially around corners. So that makes me wonder if maybe I can flame through a vehicle as well, which would be pretty nice, because you could have them soak up the shots here.
What is your will?
Alright, have you come there.
We serve.
Now I guess if I would have had 2 rhinos, I could have popped smoke throughout the whole spot here.
Try and stop me.
Alright, so I should be able to get those Celestians over here then. So that'll be good. So we can see if this is a proof of concept or not. Hopefully he won't strategically place his guys to trigger that flame reaction fire through my Saints there, or else they're definitely going to die. And then I don't think he's moved up far enough that he's going to be able to flank me, but I will definitely move these guys around in a way to try to protect myself from getting flanked.
Yes.
Emperor, watch me.
With haste. So it shall be.
Alright, let's do something like that. Yeah, so he's definitely doing a swarms tactic build. Going to use the Venom Thropes to soak up my Overwatch. If I have Flamers going though, they should still be able to hit with 100% accuracy, so that's how you can really nullify the Venom Thrope abilities here. I just wonder if I shouldn't pull these guys back a little bit. I feel like I've overextended. Yeah, let's pull you guys back.
We serve.
Alright, so as expected, he's using the Spore Cloud, so that increases their evasion, and I think it also increases ranged armor, if I'm not mistaken. So he's running these guys together. He's trying to keep them together so they have synapse bonuses with both the warriors there, his Tyranid Prime, and then with each one of those swarm units there, like the Tormagons and Gargoyles, they buff each other's damage with everybody that's around there. He was not able to get in there, so he's using his Poison Cloud there. And what that does is it increases the amount of poison damage that you suffer, that you take, and then it also increases the melee and range damage that your units take. It only affects your units, not the... Yes, he's doing his poison ability there. Not the... So if you're playing as the Tyranids and you pass that cloud, it doesn't weaken your guys. Okay, excellent. So that's a proof of concept. So you can flame through a vehicle. And so he's doing, obviously, the poison cloud there. And then he used the gargoyles, used the blinding poison, and what that does is decreases their evasion and their ranged accuracy. And after a turn, I think they take 10 to 15 poison damage for every model that's poisoned. Yeah, see, he's got the burrowers, he's got his Hive Tyrant back there. He's using his momentum gains here, because with everybody stacking up on each other, that increases the amount of momentum gains that the units are getting, so he just gave everybody like plus 50 momentum. Now, he is doing ranged attacks with his Hive Tyrant, and I guess that makes sense. You wouldn't want to throw him into melee range yet. He did unnecessarily get those guys attacked in a zone of control. Alright, yeah, so he's burrowing in. Probably coming after the Immolator. Yep. Alright. So hopefully he won't kill the Immolator, because we do have Repentia in there, and if their vehicles blow up and get destroyed, not only do they explode and damage everything around it, but it kills, and immediately kills whoever's in the vehicle. And so that would be an additional 90 points we'd lose out on. Now, the thing to realize about the sisters here is as they get momentum, they actually get higher evasion. So as you continue to do these weak attacks, this is like the worst thing he could be doing right now, because he's barely doing any damage to my vehicle, and all he's doing is increasing its evasion, which is increasing its survivability. And then with the Flamer, he should be able to kill a couple units anyways, so that's going to increase my momentum even further. So that's definitely working out to our advantage here.
Who needs my aid?
Alright, so given what he's done here, I don't think I want to unlock my, or unload I should say, my Repentia, because I think they're going to get damaged because he's got all these guys here. So I think this is going to be time for the Seraphim to help us. If I come here, that you'll get zone of control attacks. I think if I bring him over here though, that should allow you to avoid the zone of control. So as you can see, that's the damage buffs that happen to the units that are in there. So we're going to attack here, and they'll have now 2 attacks because I gave them the bonus AP. So that's pretty nice. So as long as you get those 2 attacks, you can almost one-shot one of these guys here. That's why the Seraphim with their Infernal pistols are just so powerful. So I think we'll probably just flame through here and kill these Venom Thropes. So they're down now. And the flame with the, or the accuracy with the heavy bolters is just too low, so I don't think it really makes sense to do that. Maybe what I'll do, I could move up with these Sanker Saints and punch that guy in the face, and that may allow me to get my Penitent Engines in range, and then I could flame the Venom Thropes, and I could pull guys back again. Yeah, let's try that. It's going to be a little bit hard to get that other one up here. Let's pull you back. Alright, and we can fly you back as well to keep you alive.
Yes.
Alright, we'll move you down. I would like to try to heal the poison. Maybe I can run you up. Where's my other hospitaler? Over here. So we'll run. I would like to get you to heal these guys, because I think it'll cancel the poison and bring their health up. So let's move you over. We can move you to here. We can give those Seraphim bonus AP. Fly. And I think if I come here and then over one, that should allow us to avoid his zone of control. And now we can have a 100% chance to hit. Look at that. Hit him again. Excellent. And then these guys can come punch him, and that should kill that guy. Nice. Alright, so he's now down. These guys still have 3 movements, so we can just bring them back here. And I can bring you up 1, and we can heal. Yep, so it does cancel out everything. That's what I thought. Because I figured it was the same heal as the Space Marines had. And that's what happens with the Space Marines. Now, I do have this Immolator still here. I could bring the Seraphim over here to start flaming guys, and I could flame through and I could kill 2 of those, but then I leave them out in the open. I could also run them around the side here, and I can flame these 2 guys, because those look like Hormagaunts over here, and they can actually be problematic for us, because they can do a surprising amount of damage once you get in there. So let's flame both of them. That should kill both, because flamers can kill Hormagaunts even at angles. Same with Hormagaunts. So we've got that. Let's bring the Rhino back. Bring the Seraphim here. I can bring you over to here, and we can flame, and this should kill the Venom Thropes. Yep. Alright, so they're down. Pull you back 1. Now I could fly and attack these gargoyles. Seems like kind of a waste. But we've already killed 1/3 of his forces. So this is working out pretty well for us. He's kind of overextended himself. He should have waited another turn so these other guys could all get in here too. I could run in and just shoot them with my bolt pistols. That's going to guarantee 5 kills. I feel like the bolt pistols are probably the way to go, but I'd rather just guarantee smacking them here. Alright, we got you here, we got you there. I could bring you up 2, but then you're going to be easily sniped. I don't know if I want to do that necessarily. I could just bring those guys back too. So let's do that. And then you can heal. Now these guys are back up to full. This thing is almost up to... Yeah, let's do this. We should be able to almost kill a warrior, I would imagine. Or we do kill a warrior. That's even better than what I was hoping. We're 3 away from being able to surge. I was kind of hoping we were going to be able to surge, and then I was going to be able to do another flame attack to kill some of these guys. I could bring him over here, but then he's obviously going to die and blow up. I could bring him over here, but then that's going to kind of leave my center in a precarious situation. I'm worried he's going to just keep poisoning me with these damn gargoyles. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one thing I've noticed on some of these custom maps is that you got to be really careful with your movements because it'll keep causing them to turn. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of thinking that I was gonna be able to kill them. I keep trying to turn these guys and they keep moving to a different square. Alright, so we're gonna do this because the infernal pistols give you zone of control. So we'll put you there with the hopes that you'll be able to finish off those gargoyles. Let's pull these guys back so we're out of the poison cloud. I still have these seraphim over here. I think we're just going to keep them back. I can bring you to here. That'll get you out of the cloud. I can pull you all the way back, but I'm pretty sure you're going to die. And then that's going to blow up on everybody. So he's only got 100 health left, so I think I'm going to pull you back. I'm going to unload the sisters to try to keep him safe. He can body block. These guys are over here. Everything's locked up, so we should be safe. Let's move you up a little bit and let you shoot your bolt pistols into here. Not great, but I also want to guarantee that you can run back to where I need you to be. Yeah, maybe we just shoot into here.
Our lives are the Emperor's to spend.
Now, he's still got all of the warriors, he's still got some Tormagons, he's got a prime we saw earlier, he's got the Hive Tyrant. Pull you guys back, just kind of keep you to body block thing so he can't kill my weaker units. Hopefully they'll keep everybody together so we can flame them. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up with this immolator, assuming it's going to die next turn. That way it doesn't blow up on all my guys, and hopefully he'll attack it with his weak infantry and it'll blow up in their face and do some additional damage. And if he tries to run these gargoyles over here, my seraphim can do some attacks. Alright, so he poisoned them. That's probably reasonable, because now when he tries to run away, they're not going to be able to shoot worth a shit. Okay, I see it killed one guy. That was probably the best thing he could have done there. Interesting that he's pulling them back here. I wonder if he just wanted to see what units I have. He's got the Tormagons over here. He's trying to stack up some bonuses. I don't know why he's range attacking me with his Hive Tyrant. He must be scared of it attacking me, because he just has given me all this extra momentum. And now with how the armor has changed in this game, this is significantly buffing the survivability, because my vehicle now has all this 40 evasion, which is ridiculous, with 9 armor. So while this should be a very easy kill with how this used to be, it's now turning into a hard kill because he's having to stack everything up. But this is great, so I actually hope he does kill it now, because it'll be able to blow up and do damage against 3 different units here. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, and that caused him to end up quitting, unfortunately. So, nice, easy victory for us here. I think this is probably a newer player. It seems like he was saying that he wasn't sure how the abilities work with the Adeptus Sororitas, because he didn't understand how the hospitallers can give extra AP. For his information, that has like a I think a 3-turn cooldown, so it's not something I can keep spamming every turn, but it's definitely something you need to be careful with, because people like to, or especially I like to put it on the Infernal Pistol Seraphim or the Sisters of Repentia. Sometimes if you get yourself into a position, they'll also put it on like the Saints to really do some rear attacks on some very powerful units. But the big thing is the Sisters are actually really good against fighting off the Tyranid swarms, because so many of the sister units have flamers, and that's the easiest way to win against a swarm tactics build, because you know they're usually going to bring out a venom thrope on you, and you can nullify the spore cloud with the flamer, and you can also kill the Tyranid warriors. So the one thing you want to do is you don't want to bring full flamers out though, because then you can't kill the prime, you can't kill the hive tyrant if that comes out, you can't kill the termagants. Some of the real heavily armored Tyranid forces are real easy to, or can't be killed by the flamer, so you do have to do a little bit of balancing, and that's where the Sisters Repentia come off, because you can really use their ability and just almost one-shot a lot of heroes, or 2 or 3 attacks with them, and I think they're able to kill the Hive Tyrant. So definitely you want to keep stacking up your units to get the buffs going. You kind of had some bad positioning of your swarm tactics here, so you weren't able to gain all the momentum and accuracy and damage buffs. You should have waited another turn before you engaged, because you allowed me to pick off a lot of high value, so I had taken out like over a third of your force, and you still hadn't killed any of my units. You also had your guys positioned kind of closely, so again, you got to be cognizant of that when you're fighting flamer units, because they can end up doing up to 3 tiles worth of damage or more if they have a heavy flamer. But your units are very weak against flame attacks, so that allowed me to get some easy kills. And then the Pendant Engines again are very good at heavy flamers, and they also have the ability to do melee, so if they get into combat you have to be careful with that as well. You had good gargoyle play. If you're going to be moving around though, just remember you can buff their damage and accuracy too. Now if you're going to use the acid ability, then obviously it's not as big of a deal, but if you're going to do regular attacks, you want to have those guys stacked up as well. And then you'll want to get a model kill with your warriors, and then get their melee damage buffed, and then run them in to do melee damage, or you can just use your venom cannon or whatever it's called to attack from range, and that allows you to do significant damage as well. I think you were a little timid with the Hive Tyrant. Certainly if he would have ran in there, it would have been easy for me to kill, so I understand why you're scared to do that, but I played a couple of matches against this player, and there's times where he should obviously be engaging those in melee. I don't think he understands how powerful the melee attack is on that guy, because he's always scared to bring him into combat. I certainly agree with you, I wouldn't have done it here, but the fact that you were wasting those attacks on the Immolator was, while you could have been taking out infantry, would have been a much better choice, because with the splash damage and stuff like that with his range attack, that would have gone better for you. I think on this map the Assisted Adeptus Sororitas build was definitely functional. It's good to know that you can flame through vehicles, because that can lead to some interesting tactics potentially on some real cramped missions. I do think Exocrines would probably be a real good unit on this on this map, because you could just sit back, use their big bio ability, one-shot my Sanker Saints, keep them back, and then still be attacking the vehicles with their regular attack, and then you'd be far enough back that you'd be able to just get all the accuracy buffs, and it would take me time to close the distance. So I think that this would be a good map for that, and I think it could potentially also be a really good map for that is it a Biovore? The one that has the artillery that can do the blind fire with the indirect, because you could keep them just behind here and you could just lob all those spore mines into me and attack. So this could potentially be a very good map for that as well. Or even the flamer ones, if you kept them behind the column and then guys charged in, you could potentially do that as well. So I like this map a lot. I think the creator had some very interesting ideas here. It creates, direct attack here, but you also have the options for flanking with those things communicating. Definitely units that have jump packs and hovering are going to have major advantages over the factions that don't. So this allows you to do a lot of hit and runs like you saw with the Seraphim, so that would be very frustrating. but it gives you some definite options to kind of do some good flanking maneuvers. So perhaps getting past some of the Tau fire lines and things, you could do it with on the map like this. I think it's only available as Exterminatus. I don't think it has strategic victory points with capture points, but I would have to double check that. But I definitely like this map, and it gets the Classy seal of approval for sure. So hopefully that feedback for the player, if he ends up watching this matchup on the channel, that'll give you some ideas of things you could do better with playing with the Tyranids here, because it seems like you're wanting to be a Tyranid main from the matches we've done to each other, played against each other. So just work on stacking up those buffs for sure, and be cautious on your positioning. And again, you want to, if you're going to do the Venom Thropes, you want to be able to cast that Poison Cloud ability on top of my unit, so then when your weaker units all run in there with all the buffs from the swarm tactics and then the bonus damage from the spore cloud, that's how you really can stack up some crazy damage numbers and allow you to do a lot of damage even against heavily armored units. Oh, and then the other thing is when you're attacking with your Hormagaunts here, they do have that leap ability which gives additional armor piercing, so perhaps you should have used that on some of the attacks too when you're going after the vehicle, because that allows you to do bonus damage against vehicles, and the more you close the armor penetration variance between your attacks and the unit you're attacking, the more damage you'll do, the better chance to hit, not get grazing hits, things like that. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.